Hello, Pat and OJ. Greetings from the Center for Violence Prevention here at UNI, coming to you from my home office. I hope this message finds you and your family safe and well. As you know, the coronavirus has put a huge wrench in our plans to convene a reception this past month on campus to honor and recognize our 2019-2020 Tomson Internship Scholars, and to give a special thanks to you and OJ for your incredible gift of financial support. However, we're not going to let this pandemic stop us from having our student interns share with you the wonderful learning opportunities and professional experiences they encountered during their internship placements. The center has gathered written narratives along with a short video from each of our Tomson Scholar awardees so that you and OJ could read and listen as they share in more detail how they've grown personally and professionally, and to say just how much they have benefited from your kindness and generosity. Pat and OJ, everyone associated with the Center for Violence Prevention has benefited from your amazing support. To date, you've helped 45 student scholars experience their internships to the fullest. You've done that by helping remove some of the financial challenges, such as the cost of tuition, basic living expenses, and the added pressure of needing to hold down a second or third part-time job just to make ends meet. I'm excited for you and OJ to read and listen to the experiences and stories that our student scholars took away from their internships. Please know that you are making a positive difference in the lives of many students here at UNI. But more importantly, you're making a positive difference in the lives of those with whom they'll touch over their lifetimes. Thank you, Pat and OJ, for all that you do. Stay safe and be well.
Hello, my name is Hannah Nelson. I am a senior at UNI. I'm studying social work, minoring in mental health and family services. I'm from Austin, Minnesota, and this semester I was one of the recipients of the Tomson Scholarship. So this semester I interned with Friends of the Family, specifically with one of their human trafficking advocates in Waterloo. And so with that, I did some shadowing of client visits. I went to presentations at schools and helped out during those. I created some paperwork for the program because it's a little bit newer, so did some paperwork and data tracking there. I proofread some grants, a little stuff like that, and then I worked with the labor trafficking component and doing some more educational work there with some research. I created presentations, which changed into webinars with all the changes happening right now. I can't really go in person and do these presentations at this time. But I'm very grateful for the Tomson Scholarship. It has helped me out financially this semester while being a full-time unpaid intern. I think it's really nice that there are people that recognize and appreciate the work that interns are doing, and in the form of a scholarship was very, very helpful this semester. So I want to say thank you to Pat and OJ Tomson for their contributions to the program, for having the scholarship available for interns at this time. Thank you.
I was a family service major with a mental health minor, and I got a family life education certificate as well. I graduated from UNI in August of 2019. I completed my internship during the summer of 2019. I interned at the Department of Human Services in Polk County. Throughout this internship, I learned a lot of different things. What I did during this internship was go to court, family team meetings, visits, and I also supervised visits by myself. I completed paperwork for the different social workers and transported children as well. I created relationships with the people that I was on a team with at DHS. I couldn't be more thankful for how much this team taught me while I was at DHS. I also learned a lot about how each family is different, even though they are all in the system. The biggest thing that I took away from this internship is it takes a lot of hard work to become a social worker for the Department of Human Services, and it can be very emotional at times. There were times that I had to pull it together and not cry during court or at visits, and that was the biggest struggle for me. This internship opened my eyes because I did not realize how many children were in the system, and it made me want to help people even more. This internship was a great experience, and I learned so much, and it'll help me in the future. I personally would like to thank Pat and OJ Tomson for this scholarship. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Hello, I hope you and your family are staying safe and healthy during these unexpected times. My name is Megan Boone, and I'm a senior at the University of Northern Iowa. I will be earning my bachelor's degree in Family Services and Mental Health in May on a virtual ceremony, which is new to everyone, but it will work out. A degree is still a degree. I intern at the Center of Violence Prevention located at the University of Northern Iowa in Sabin Hall. My role at the CVP was to gather data from the Conditions of Learning survey with the schools that participated in the MVP program or are wanting to join the MVP program in the future. The MVP program is short for Mentors in Violence Prevention. Doing behind-the-scenes work with implementing and evaluating these programs was so interesting as I learned how to use different computer software and programs to visually articulate and to ensure I get the most valuable and important information out. The research reinstated the significance of introducing and continuing violence prevention education in K-12 schools, as there was evidence of positive change in safety measures from the students. This internship was a great guidance of my future aspirations of becoming an advocate for violence prevention. This experience wouldn't have happened without the support from the generous, selfless people like Pat and OJ Tomson. I can't thank you guys enough for supporting students like myself to fulfill their passion of helping people in this career path. It is something that I will remember forever and will thank you guys every day for this opportunity. It is unfortunate that we weren't able to meet in person to share my gratitude for you guys, but I hope that this video holds some significance to you guys of my appreciation for you. This passion holds near and dear to my heart, and I promise to continue this path as my appreciation to you. Thank you again for everything that you do. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ariane Hachizimana. I am a foundation student in the Masters of Social Work at UNI. I did my internship at Amani Community Services, which is a culturally specific agency located in Waterloo. Amani serves African American and welcomes everybody else who walks into their doors. Amani is a domestic violence and sexual assault agency. They provide advocacy and individual counseling. They help clients get back on their feet and other basic needs. While I was at Amani, I did intakes with clients. I accompanied clients to the courthouse. I did transportation for clients. I was on phone call where you get to keep it for a whole week and clients can call you in. Sometimes you have to pick them up and save them from a dangerous situation, and sometimes they just need for you to go and advocate for them at the hospitals and different places. I also provided not only transportation, but also I delivered some bus cards and gas cards to clients in their homes and wherever it was possible for them to meet me. This internship taught me a lot, how to advocate for clients, how to help them get back on their feet, and how to help them fit into the larger community. I would like to thank Pat and OJ Tomson for their generous act. With the scholarship that they provided me, I was able to focus on my studies, have good grades, and also quit working so that I can focus only on school. Without this scholarship, I would not be getting the grades that I have. It meant a lot to me, to my family and my friends, as I have time for them as well when I don't have to work. So thank you very much for your generous act. It was wonderful, and I really enjoyed everything you did for me and for my other friends as well. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Caleb Gipple. I am a Tomson scholar. I'm currently a junior at UNI, and I'm majoring in public administration with minors in economics and ethics. During my internship, I interned with the Center for Violence Prevention, an office that I'm extremely passionate about, and just their mission in general. One of the biggest things I learned through my experience with the CVP was just how to create actionable change on a community level. As I started to see this a widespread approach to tackling a larger issue such as gender violence, got to see what does this look like on a policy level, and what does this look like throughout our communities across the state. That was an extremely valuable experience that I'm really thankful to take away from my time with the CVP. Before I close, I'd like to extend a personal thank you to both Pat and OJ Tomson for the generous scholarship. I appreciate it tremendously. This scholarship opened up such a phenomenal opportunity for me to pursue an internship that otherwise would have been unpaid. And so from that, I was able to engage with an office and an internship that is in an area that I'm extremely passionate about, and one that I could apply my skills set learned from the classroom in a field that's critically important. So thank you to you both so much for your generosity. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Isabella Peterson, and I'm a student at University of Northern Iowa. I'm a senior studying social work. This semester, I've been interning at Riverview Center in Waterloo. Throughout my time at Riverview Center, I've been able to learn a variety of things. Riverview Center is a nonprofit that provides free and confidential services to survivors of sexual assault. Through the work there, I've been able to observe advocates work with clients to provide them resources and tools that they need. I've also been able to work with our preventionist and join her in presentations to stop and to help end the spread of violence and to have important conversations about consent and sexual assault. I have also been able to help with a variety of other things, including answering the phone and talking with clients to help connect them with the staff members that they need in our office, and helping reach out to local businesses to see if they would partner with us for our upcoming fundraisers. I would like to thank Pat and OJ Tomson for their generous donation. The scholarship that you've provided me really helped to alleviate economic stress this semester so that I could really just focus on my internship and learning so that I can become the best professional I can in my future career. Thank you.
Hello, Pat and OJ. My name is Joy Beamer. I am currently in my first year of my 2-year Foundation of Social Work Master's program. And this past semester, I was interning at Bremwood Residential Facility in Waverly, Iowa. While I was at Bremwood, I dealt a lot with various traumas stemming from past physical abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, domestic violence, substance use and abuse, and various mental disabilities that have stemmed from these individuals' past traumas. A lot of what we do at Bremwood is BHIS, which is Behavioral Health Intervention Services. Our goal is to help these individuals help themselves through therapy and ongoing sessions to build their relationship skills and their anger management, and look at their past traumas as a sad time in their life, but as also a learning experience to break the cycle for these kids. And while I was there, the main thing that I had learned is that I will always be a lifelong learner, and I have a lot more learning to do. It is a lot different seeing it in a video lecture or reading about it in a textbook and actually dealing with it hands-on. So there were some times at Bremwood that I seemed to actually just be taken aback a little bit because these individuals have been through quite a bit, and it is not my story to tell. So I feel as though as a social worker, I will continue to be a lifelong learner and learn about their lives, because everyone is different. Everyone handles things differently. So I cannot act as though I am above them in any way, because their life, I don't know their life. So I will always have to learn about it in order to understand where they're coming from and why they have done some of the things that they have done. And the other thing that I've learned is that these kids are incredible, to say the least. They have been through so much in such a short time that it is amazing to see how resilient, brave, strong, determined, everything in the book. These individuals are so great. And I had actually found myself becoming much more of an advocate this past semester than I thought I would be at all. It almost, to an extent, makes my blood boil a little bit when individuals hear the negative sides of Bremwood and think that these kids, to say the least, are just juvenile delinquents, they're naughty, they're making bad choices, they're just going to end up in jail, things like that. So I found that I learned how to stand up for them because they aren't always able to stand up for themselves. And as a social worker, I feel like that's a great skill to have. And I was so thankful for you guys and your generous scholarship, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because without you, the scholarship might not have happened, and I would possibly have never seen how great Bremwood and all of the clients at Bremwood are. And actually, thanks to you guys, I think I have found, at least for now, my career path and where I would like to stay after I get done next year. I am currently in the running for a position at Bremwood, and I owe it all to you guys. So thank you so much for your generous scholarship. I hope to meet you when all of this craziness is gone and we can actually meet face to face. And thank you for helping show me that adolescents aren't all bad, because a lot of the time we hear negative sides about they're rebellious, they're stubborn, they like to isolate themselves and things like that. So thank you for opening my eyes and helping me learn and find what I really love to do. Thank you, Pat and OJ. Hope you stay safe, stay healthy. See you.
Hi, my name is Kelly Smith-Eriks, and I am a grateful recipient of a scholarship. And I just wanted to send a note to say how much I appreciate your help. I'm a married mother of 4 who is in school to get a second graduate degree. This degree I'm seeking is a Master in Social Work, and my plan is to be a therapist in my retirement after I get done teaching. I currently teach high school social studies. Specifically, this year I teach world history and psychology. I also am an adjunct for the local community college where I teach psychology classes, and I work as an instructional coach, which means I spend time with other teachers working on plans to help students meet their academic goals, and this is a particular struggle if students are struggling. So we work on collaborative teams to try to figure out how to make school a more successful endeavor for them. I had always thought I would like to be a therapist, and as I am finishing my 25th year of teaching, it's time to sort of start thinking about the next stage of my career. And so I have been working toward a Master in Social Work so I can be a therapist. My goal had been to work with students, high school age students, because mental health care is lacking for that age group. And I'm very comfortable with high school students. The other thing I'm very interested in is working with healthcare workers. I work currently as a volunteer EMT in my local ambulance service, and I also work as a peer counselor for people who have experienced a traumatic call or a series of traumatic calls that kind of add up and overwhelm people. So I had thought perhaps I would like to work at the hospital or at a children's home for my internship, but I decided to stretch myself and challenge myself. And when I did that, I went to work for Crisis Intervention Service in Mason City. Crisis Intervention Service serves 26 counties across North Iowa, and we respond to survivors of violence, whether that be domestic violence or violence in the home, whether that's sexual assault, or whether that is close family and friends of homicide victims and other violent crimes, survivors of other violent crimes. I learned an incredible amount about a topic I knew very little of, and I definitely think that I am a much more aware citizen about violence and the effects of violence, and I also think that as a result of my experience at Crisis Intervention Service, I will be a much better provider. I was pretty lucky, actually extraordinarily lucky, to grow up in a safe home where all my needs were met. And I have not experienced trauma as an adult, and so I have been blissfully unaware of the impact of violence on people's lives, and also somewhat unaware of the impact of violence on society. I was very blessed to learn quite a bit from the advocates I worked with and the supervisors at my agency, and I will definitely continue working toward their vision and mission, which is to end violence in society and to help survivors of violence. Again, thank you very, very much for your support. I really appreciate it, and it was greatly needed.
Hi, Pat and OJ Tomson. First, I want to apologize that I'm not looking very professional. It's been a rough week in my household. Sorry about that. I'm sorry this is going to be a little short, but I just wanted to reach out and say thank you for everything that you've done. I've been a recipient of the scholarship twice now, first with Iowa Legal Aid and now with Highland Elementary in Waterloo. So at Highland Elementary, I worked as a therapist, so I had a caseload of 10 students, average 10 students, and I just did therapy with them. So I helped them manage their emotions. I got feedback from what was happening in the classrooms, and kind of worked on those behaviors through play activities. I ensured that they had everything they needed, like their basic needs. Are they hungry? Are they thirsty? Are they tired? Seeing if any of those behaviors are stemming from their basic needs not being met, connecting them to resources as they needed. I worked really closely with my supervisor. He's the at-risk coordinator there. And he was super awesome. He gave me various activities to do with them, and I learned a lot through him and through Google and my classes. I learned how to do therapy activities, and I did a little bit of sand tray. So it's been fun, and now that COVID happened, unfortunately, I am unable to be with my students. I can't really check up on them. It's more up to Highland Elementary to be doing that at this point, since I am only an intern and I don't have access to their files. Which is a little disheartening, but I'm still trying to be an active participant at Highland. Me and my coordinator, the at-risk coordinator, my supervisor, is going to meet up and practice social distancing, but make a video on how to do therapy activities with their children, so therapy activities can connect bonds with parents and children. So I'm hoping that the parents take advantage of this. And I'm also going to make a video on what I noticed at Highland and what suggestions I have for them to become a more trauma-informed organization. So I'm really looking forward to that. I had a blast at Highland. I'm really sad to see it go. But I'm excited for the next chapter of my life. I'm graduating in a few weeks. Hopefully at some point my licensure exam will open up again and I'll be able to get licensed, and then I can get a job once I'm licensed. So it's just a wait and see game at this point. I was given the opportunity to work at Mesa City Schools in Iowa, Mesa City, as a social worker there, a social work therapist. But they are now on a hiring freeze, and I am not sure about that opportunity, but I'm excited to see what's happening. Again, thank you so much. I'm very grateful And I hope that my letter makes up for this kind of hectic video. I just laid the babies down to sleep and it sounds like one is getting up. It's been pretty hectic in our household, but it's been fun. It's been fun. I've learned how to become a mom, so it's pretty cool. Yes, just thank you.
Hi there, this is Awaka Salamon Tadesse. I am an international student at the University of Northern Iowa, and I'm studying Master of Social Work. I'm originally from Ethiopia, and my hometown is Addis Ababa. Currently, I'm living here in Cedar Falls with my wife and my two boys, Dan and Nathan. I'm doing my internship with Embark at the Waterloo office. From my internship, I have learned about the intervention that Embark is undertaking with Burmese and the Congolese community. More specifically, I had a chance to work closely with the community staff and reflect together on the dynamics of the community, such as studying about their values, norms, and the key challenges that they are passing through as an immigrant community. I have also learned how to work with a diverse group, respect others' opinion, and function as a team towards the organization goal. I have realized that domestic violence and abuse against women is one of the key problem, a social problem among Burmese and the Congolese community. However, as a result of their belief in the practices, the community tend to normalize those violent behavior and practices as if it is normal, and that is hard for the organization to get the community participation as it should be. I have learned how to facilitate group dialogue and the community conversation, and how to apply the by-standard approach in different contexts. For all of this, my achievement and the activities, the Tomson Scholarship offer empowered me a lot. I can say in many different ways, enabling me to achieve my role more efficiently and effectively. I am so pleased and thankful. I want to say thank you. Not only me, but also my family is grateful too. Thank you very much.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson. This is Sarah Naughton. I am a master's student in the UNI Women's and Gender Studies program, and I'm set to graduate next month in May. I was very lucky to be able to sit down with both of you and talk with you at the scholarship luncheon in October. I'm so grateful for that time we had to be able to catch you up on where I was at with my internship at the time, and just talk to you about my goals and thank you in person for your support. I was really glad to have that opportunity. So now I just kind of wanted to catch you up on where I'm at in my studies and my professional life, and wrap you up on how my internship ended, since it ended in December. So if you remember, I interned at Cedar Valley Friends of the Family, which is in Waterloo, and I was an intern with the Outreach Services team, which works with direct domestic violence victims who are looking for permanent or transitional housing solutions. So within that role as an intern with the outreach team, I worked on two big projects, one of which is my culminating research project. So in that, I studied and researched the capacity of Friends of the Family to serve domestic violence survivors with disabilities within all of the agency's programs. Another big project that I worked on during my time there was the agency language access plan and policy, which also had to do with accessibility. So I was really happy to have that responsibility during my time there. And in addition to those two big projects, I worked really closely with the outreach team. They brought me on basically and made me feel like a staff member. So I was given really big responsibilities that made me feel like part of the team. I worked with the crisis line, Every Thursday, I did an 8-hour shift on the hotline. I did client intake meetings. I helped clients within the office with paperwork. I also did data analysis and just other office work, helping out the team on day-to-day, sometimes menial tasks, but that's part of nonprofit life, which I learned during my time there. I had such a great professional experience during my over 200 hours working there. I was so impressed with the staff at Friends of the Family. They really set the bar high for me in my future professional experiences as far as being educated about social justice while working in human services. I always felt like I was learning more from the staff than I could have in some classes, which says a lot about how important internship experiences can be. So I was really, really grateful for that experience, and it really shaped my future goals as far as what kind of victim service advocate do I want to be. So I learned a lot, and in addition to, my internship experience being part of my thesis, my research paper, I just wouldn't want to graduate without that experience, having had that experience. I picked the applied track within the Women's and Gender Studies program because I want to go straight into the field, and I don't see how I could have been more prepared after my internship experience. So I wanted to also say thank you to both of you, OJ and Pat, for supporting students like me that have these ambitions to work in the nonprofit human victim services field. It's a really challenging field to work in, as I know you both know, and I just feel very grateful for the support that you give to students like me who are pursuing that work. Because of your financial support, I was able to treat my internship at Friends of the Family like a job, which better prepares me for a future in the field. It helped me be able to simultaneously get as much out of my internship experience as I could, and also continue to be a graduate student, working at 20 hours a week and taking 3 courses, upper level graduate courses. So I'm beyond grateful for your support. In addition to the scholarship, you have sent me letters, and you were at the scholarship luncheon, and you've kept in touch, and I just really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I can tell that you want the people that you support to succeed, and that means the world for me, and I'm sure every other scholarship recipient. So thank you so much. I really hope to keep in touch. I have your email address and your address, and I will be sure to update you on my professional life. Thanks so much.